we didn't think we were too far off. With the ball, I thought we were good in the first half, particularly coming out of our own end. I thought we marched up the park pretty well. Some of the finishing on that and how we finished some of those sets, we tried to be a little flashy instead of just playing a little bit smart and making it hard for our opponents to come out of their own end. The other bit, so I didn't think we were too far off offensively. I just thought we weren't aggressive enough in defence. Or we felt that when we talked about it. We felt we were doing okay, but okay is not good enough against a good attacking team, and that's what they are. They're a good attacking team, particularly on this field. They play this field well. Tough conditions. It was easy to clock off a little bit because of the weather today, to take a shortcut or two. So we decided we weren't going to do that in the second half, and we were going to get a bit more aggressive defensively, and I thought that showed. But I thought if we stuck with the way we were playing through the middle in the second half, I thought we'd get some points, and we did. And Brad Dwyer played a really good role for us. Coming on, and he doesn't give anybody a breather when Darryl comes off. Around that ruck area, and I thought he did really well, as he does, and comes up with one of his trademark tries per game. But then when Darryl come back on, he really ripped it up a level as well. And, Chrissy's break through the middle. We did a lot of, when you got the pressure of Matty Russell and Stephen Ratchford all coming through the middle. She's tough work in days like today when your big men start to get some work, and I thought it told on our opponents. So, yeah, step it up in aggression in the second half defensively, but stick with that going through the middle part. He worked overtime there, and he put his body on the line there. He wasn't faultless today, Steph. He had the odd error in him, but I thought his effort was faultless. I thought he really, got us out of some pickles, and they can put you in some pickles. They're a team that I thought Junior Moores early on, he was hurting us. We didn't know whether he was going to run or pass early on, and then he left the field, and then Luke took over, Gailey took over, and was the jackrabbit around the park, and when you got Luke Dawn out the back, that's dangerous as well. And they asked some questions of us there at times there today. So Steph had to be on his best, and he come up with some really good plays for us, and that saved our bacon a few times. We're happy with today. Hey, to come here and get that scoreline against a dangerous team like Cass on this pitch in these conditions, it's tough out there for both teams there. We're pleased. We're pleased to come here and do that. We're pleased to be breathing down the throats of a couple of teams. We'd like to be ahead of them already, but next best thing is to be pretty close with quite a few games to go. There'll be plenty of twists and turns in the competition yet. We are within the eights. It won't be straightforward. We've made some progress from 2 weeks ago. Last week we were better. I thought we were better again today. So this is the time of the year you want to be getting better each game. So we're pleased. A bit longer turnaround for us this week too. It gave us a chance to get some real good quality work done, and that told too. When you have those short turnarounds, it's tough. But it's been a good break this week. So we'll roll our sleeves up for the next one. We dipped a little bit there at the end, but by that stage, I took a few of our big boys off in order not to get injuries and fatigue. Trying to look after Gids. Gids had a knock, a head knock, but he was right by the time he got off the park. But he took the mandatory 15 minutes, so he was right to come back on. But we took him off so as not to, risk him. And same for Hilly. Hilly played next to no game time again this week. Played 44 minutes last week, so it's like having a holiday for him. He's been put out the pasture for the last couple of weeks, but so he can come home strong. He just plays that many minutes, for us, that we try to take care of him where we can when the scoreline. So all good there. Yeah, Toby, I thought I'm glad you mentioned him. I thought Toby was really good when he came on. He played second row and halfback. So not bad, and he did well in both positions. He's a good footy player. He did well. I thought he filled in really well and come up with some smart plays and looked strong and effective. Doesn't look out of place there at all. So yeah, really pleased. Wasn't all smooth sailing by any means for Ryan Atkins, but for his 200th game, he come up with some good defensive plays at times too. So I was pleased for his that we got a win for him at least. Yeah.